just drop down the volume a little bit. Just pop it back onto something a little bit quieter. So hello, and welcome. This is our very first time doing this. It's my first time streaming, so I'm a little bit nervous. And I've got Ross with me as well.
Hi everyone.
I am going to pop my video off, so I'm a little bit less of a distraction, but today we'll be playing Island of the Lizard King.
Yes. I've never played this one, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's the first time for me as well, so it should be fun. There we go. And let me just open up the book. Okay. Okie doke. Do we want to do full reading outs of how this all works?
I mean, if anyone's ever played a choose your own adventure game, then they'll pretty much know, but if you don't, these are based on books where you would make decisions and then go to the page which your decisions take you, and then what?
And then
you
we'll
die
see.
a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of death. But of course the first thing that we've got to do is roll up our skill and our stamina.
Right, are we gonna go hardcore? I don't think we should. Not for the first time.
Yeah, let's start on adventurer, and see how things go. So, first of all, we've got to do our stamina, which is our constitution, will to survive, determination, and fitness. So we have to roll 2 dice and add 12 to the number. I think it lets us roll it within the game.
Okay, let's. Do you click this? Yeah.
We have a stamina
Okay,
of 18.
below average.
Yeah. But it's not as low as it could have been.
Yep, okay, yeah, let's look on the bright side, yeah. Now to determine our skill. Maybe we're just really skilled. Watch this, it's gonna be...
So this will be our fighting number. Yeah, let's have a look. 5! That's pretty good.
There we go, that's almost the best. There we go.
Yeah.
You don't need stamina if you're just gonna kill everything.
I think I can get a feeling for what kind of person we're going to be already. The next step is our luck.
Remember this being really important.
Me too.
Don't worry, it's not gonna be a natural 1 here.
Oh, okay. How lucky is our luck going to be?
If it's anything above a 2, I'm happy. Okay. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything.
Oh. Well, let's see how far we can get on these amazing scores.
Fine. If we die quickly, then we just roll it up again.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And besides, your decisions that are important, not the random
Yeah, it's not the
random
dice.
dice rolls.
So our next step is picking a potion to take with us. So we get 1 measure from our potion. Skill and strength will fully restore your skill or stamina points respectively. The potion of fortune will add 1 to your initial luck before fully restoring your luck points. Now, which potion do we want to take?
Do we want to make up for our shoddy luck with a potion? I don't think we should take the skill. Like, we're good
fair.
there.
Yeah. Although, I guess on the flip side, the skill has more to fill. So we've got a suggestion of strength in the chat. Any other votes? It's our first decision of the game.
I think either fortune or strength. They're both good. We will need both.
Well, I can always flip a coin.
Yeah. Is that the kind of adventures we flip a coin?
Or I have a dice here. We could roll for an odd or even. We could hope to skill our way through everything. It's true.
Right, let's not take too long on this.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
roll the dice on it.
Okay. So it's a D10.
Odd is strength, even is fortune.
Sounds good. It's odd.
Sweet.
We're going for strength.
Okay, strength. You sure? Let's think about this. Adventurer's equipment. Okay.
So we get a sword, leather armour, a backpack with space for provisions, and any treasures that we might pick up. Now we can...
Rationing is key
Yeah.
to a successful adventure.
We can use them at any time. Well, outside of
Except
combat. And each one restores 4 stamina.
We'll encounter lots of items on our quest, rare occasions. You may grant an effect that defies this rule. Okay.
Okie dokie. Are we ready?
I think so. May the luck of the gods go with you on your adventure ahead.
Okay. Oyster Bay is a quiet fishing village, some 60 miles down the coast from the notorious Port Blacksand. Because it is at the end of a long peninsula, reached only by a steep and winding path, fisher folk are left to lead a simple but content life, away from the monsters and sorcery of the hinterland. Journeying south from Fang, you decide you could do with a few days' rest, and knowing of no more peaceful place than Oyster Bay, you urge your horse towards the coast. Besides, an old adventuring friend of yours called Mungo lives there now, and it's been years since you last saw him. 2 days later, you arrive at the edge of the cliffs overlooking Oyster Bay. It's a beautiful sunny morning, and everything looks tranquil below. Nothing seems to have changed. The cluster of stone cottages nestles between the foots of the cliffs and the jetty, where a dozen fishing boats lie at anchor. You jump off your horse and walk down the winding path to the village. The first people you see are a group of crying villagers. As you approach them, several of them step out of a cottage and run towards you. One of the 4 is your old friend Mungo. His weather-beaten face is full of anger. He looks surprised to see you, but wastes no time with words of welcome. He recounts the sad events that have befallen the village. Having no gold or material wealth, the people of Oyster Bay thought themselves safe from raiders attacking their village. But several weeks ago, while most of the men were out at sea... At sea, the lizard men of Fire Island landed their boats in Oyster Bay and kidnapped several young villagers. Mungo believes that they are now enslaved on Fire Island and working in chain gangs in the gold mines. Since the kidnapping, 2 people were left to guard the village, while the rest went out to fish. Despite this, the lizard men attacked again this very morning, overpowering the guards and taking away more villagers. Mungo tells you that he's about to set sail for Fire Island alone, because the other fishermen are too scared to set foot on the island. He stares at you in silence until you smile and say that you will aid him in his quest. He slaps you on the back and shakes your hand in gratitude. For the moment, the poor fishing folk forget their grief and crowd around you, eager to thank you. Mungo then invites you to dine with them and rest a while, as the voyage to Fire Island will take several hours. Over a delicious feast of boiled lobster and salad, you discuss your plans. Mungo tells you that he does not think that the humans live on Fire Island any longer, but his knowledge is fairly limited. There are just rumours that pass between fishermen from other coastal villages. However, it is known that Fire Island used to be a prison colony, guarded by a tribe of paid lizard men. This was a rather futile attempt by Prince Olaf to rid his land of undesirable characters. The good prince soon learned that it would have been simpler to put his lawful citizens on Fire Island and leave the evildoers on the mainland. There were just too many of them. He gave up his attempt and abandoned the prison colony. When the lizard men received no pay, they took their vengeance out on the prisoners, and the island became a place of terror, ruled by a lizardman prison guard who proclaimed himself king. The prisoners were forced to dig mines in the hope of finding gold for the Lizard King. They were underfed and ill-treated, and many died. That is presumably why the Lizard King is sending out his men to find new slaves. It is known that in order to assert his authority, the Lizard King began practicing dark magic. He also started genetic experiments in an attempt to breed an invincible race of lizard men. Most of the experiments went wrong. Grotesque mutants were created. Some of the harmful potions found their way into the water drains with terrible consequences. The local flora and fauna were affected, with the result that man-eating plants developed and giant beasts evolved. A few of the prisoners managed to escape the island on rafts and were picked up by fishermen. But what has happened to them in the last few years? Nobody knows. Fire Island had almost been forgotten until the recent raids. Success in your quest to assassinate the Lizard King and rescue the kidnapped victims is doubtful, but you must try. You stand up and walk to the jetty with Mungo, stepping aboard his small fishing boat. In the sight of cheering villagers, you untie the boat and push out to sea, wondering if you will ever return. Now turn over. So I think this is Mungo.